Okay, let's box out. Okay. Throw the bows. That's a bit of a high.
I get dirty.
Yeah,
that's how I have to.
It's a flagrant foul right there. So what's your stat of the night?
Part of my game. Start of the night is 11 for 23.
Okay.
That's the Celtics 3-point shots made and attempted tonight. A lot of attempts, a lot of makes. I'll take that any day, any game. Brad Stevens is a fan of the 3-point shot. He's getting his big guys like Sellinger and Favorani and Olynyk. He wants him to shoot more. But those guys are stretching the floor. And Sellinger tonight, 4 of 5, and I believe all 4 came in the second half. I mean, he's basically a stretch 4 3-point shooter, I think we can say now.
Stretch 5, technically.
Stretch 5, I should say. Yeah, I mean, which is a great asset to have. When your big men can shoot and can pass, and I think he's an okay passer, that's just an excellent thing to add to your game. And Jared Sellinger has really developed that shot. I mean, we didn't know he had that shot last season. If he took that shot last season, he'd get like 10 other dirty looks from everybody on his team. You know what I mean? Doc Rivers probably didn't want to take that shot, but now he's got the green light, and I think he worked on it a lot over the season, over the offseason, and it's showing.
Well, that's an example of a rebuilding team being a great place for someone to develop.
I agree.
Is that he wasn't allowed to take those shots when they were competing for a first-round playoff win because they weren't competing for a title.
He probably didn't want to take those shots.
Yeah.
Now he's at
He didn't want to get embarrassed, but now he's in a situation where he's comfortable with taking chances, and his coach is motivating him and pretty much all the other players on the team to take their chances.
I agree.
Take all the shots that they can.
What do you get to lose except the game?
They want to be a volume team. Exactly. I mean, the game doesn't matter.
The game doesn't matter.
It's the game of life that matters here, and they're playing for the long haul.
Deep thoughts.
Okay. So for me, boxing out is the assist differential. The Celtics doubled the Cavaliers' assist total, 26-13.
Sharing is caring.
We talked about J. Craw in the last video. Sharing is caring. He cared a lot about his friends tonight.
He did. 11. He had 11 of those 26. 10 of those 26.
Yeah.
Who else got on? Okay, Bass had 4. Okay.
Gerald Wallace had 3.
Good to see the big guys getting involved.
It was pretty even. It was just pretty even across the board. Because it was one of those nights where
the ball was moving.
Yeah, because they were, especially Green was penetrating. I bet Jeff Green has a lot of hockey assists tonight because guys were getting to the rim, and that means that you can swing it around the horn, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It really allows for kind of a more equitable assist share.
One of Jeff Green's assists came after he missed a dunk.
Yep.
Got the rebound, dished it to Avery Bradley, he hits a shot, and that And what do you absolutely need to happen to get an assist?
Someone to make the shot.
Exactly. And tonight the Celtics made their shots 50% on the night. I mean, that obviously has a big part of getting up the assist numbers is hitting those shots. And when you shoot 50% from the field, chances are you're getting some good passes, wide open shots.
Speaking of baller of the night, mine is Jeff Green.
Speaking of baller of the night, I didn't say anything about baller.
I meant to say speaking of Jeff Green, he's my baller of the night.
Okay.
Kind of switch it around there. But he was huge. He just went to the rim nonstop. 13 free throw attempts is huge. 31 points is great and all, but the free throw attempts for me is the biggest part. It happens to be the reverse, 13, 31. But it was one of those nights where he wasn't worried about lanes opening up for him or anything like that. He got the ball and he just went for it.
Yeah, sometimes you just don't go out there and
shut your brain.
think.
Shut your brain down, Jeff. It works.
Think.
It works.
And I said this a few shows back. I think maybe at the beginning of the season, we said, like, who is the Celtics MVP? And I said, well, it has to be Jeff Green.
Yeah.
And Evans, who isn't here, was like, why? He's like, why?
Great Evans impersonation.
Yeah. And
left hand out of frame. That's a very good impersonation.
And tonight you saw it.
Yeah.
I mean, when he's the best player on the Celtics, he does a lot of things for them and opens up a lot of lanes. Guys are building off of what he's doing on the court. So I think that he was the best player on the night. But for the sake of switching it up, I'm going to talk about a guy that we haven't talked about at all. Avery Bradley. I thought he went through a tough shooting stretch for a while. Tonight, not at all. 7 of 9 from the field. Was it 9 of 11 from the field, excuse me. 3 of 4 from three-point range. So kind of goes back to what I was talking about with the three-point shots with Sellinger, but also with Bradley. I mean, when his shot is on from the corner, that's something that the guys can't cheat off him, you know what I mean? And that opens up things down low as well. So Avery Bradley gets my player of the game with an asterisk because technically I would say Jeff Green had the better player of the game. But noteworthy performance. Good sir.
I want to find this. So, Kyrie Irving had 15 points in the first half, going up against Bradley, and then he had 2 points in the second half.
Good point, yeah.
Bradley completely took him out of the game in the second half. Now, Waiters was huge. Waiters had a great second half, but Bradley Irving was a ghost. You didn't see him at all.
And that's something that you kind of don't expect, but you kind of do expect. I mean, Bradley was third team on defense.
I think so, yeah.
last year, and I think this year he said he was gunning for that first team.
Yeah.
So if he's going into every game with that mindset, we're like, I can shut down any player in the NBA. So that's great to see. Sometimes the defensive stuff goes without being said, because you expect so much, and he kind of just meets expectations. But on the offensive side, when he exceeds them, you kind of note those things. So.
Do we ever even talk about Bradley's defense anymore? It's not really news
Isn't
anymore.
It right? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good thing, I guess, but at the same time, you really should, I guess, recognize it once in a while, because defense goes largely unnoticed, but it's most of the time the most important part of the game.
All right. Well, this is the most important part of the show, or most important part of the show, because it's over now. So I want to thank Jimmy Toscano for being here, buddy.
Thank you, man.
It was good seeing you.
Hey, happy Thanksgiving. I know I'm a day late, but
same to you. Nice deep squeeze there.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, I'm feeling intimidated now. My name's Jared Weiss. This is Celtics Blog and CLNS Radio's presentation of the Garden Report. Celtics win this one 103-86.
See ya.